Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I got in a backpack to take a look at. This one's coming from Waterfly, and this version folds or packs away into itself, but when you open it up, it's a full-size 20-liter backpack. This is going to be very lightweight. They're using premium materials, and it is very budget-friendly at around $25. So stick around if you want to learn about it. I'll go over all the features and specifications of it, show you guys how to unpack it and repack it. We'll go over all the different compartments of it, and then I'll give some thoughts on it. So there is a little bit of information about Waterfly there. You can pause and read that if you'd like. It looks like they were founded in 2013. And then a little more information there. And then at the very bottom of this, it looks like this bag has a 1-year warranty. So as you can see, when it is folded away, it is very compact. I mean, not much bigger than the size of your hand. They have the Waterfly logo on there. I think that is reflective, and I believe that they're using SBS zippers. We'll check out the quality of all that later. But I did want to show you guys that even the zipper has their logo kind of made into it. See how that's like that? And with the W there. When it's folded away, you're looking at about 8 inches in length, just under 6 inches or so in height, and then the thickness is maybe just under 2 inches. And we are looking at a total weight of just over 10 ounces. So my version is obviously in this light gray color. I believe they have at least 10 other colors available. This is made out of some type of like recycled nylon, and then I believe the inside pockets may have some polyester in them. But let's kind of check out the stitching here with the zippers, and then also like the stitching along the seams here. All of that looks really well done. All right, let's kind of open this thing up for the first time. Just kind of checking out how smooth the zippers are. All of that actually feels really good. I'll look at everything in here. And this should just kind of fold out here. So when it is unfolded and you're using it as a backpack, it is 10.7 inches wide. It's 17 inches tall. And it can expand to 6 inches thick here. All right, let's start going over all the different compartments and different features of this. This front zipper here is actually what we had it folded up in before. It's just one big large storage area here. You're going to have water bottle holders on both sides, and then also the additional straps in case you have the long bottles. And then these are adjustable to get that as tight as you want around your bottle. They also have like these little clasps on them that you can pop off, slide your bottle down in there and then put that back on. That little logo that I showed earlier is reflective, but when you're using this as a backpack, it's obviously hidden. So they put another little like reflective area right here with this. Got a small pocket here on the front, kind of toward the top. This is embroidered with their logo and their company name. We have zipper pulls on these ones. Let's see what that feels like. Super smooth. This pocket, I don't know. It's not like super deep, but you could definitely keep car keys, chapstick, stuff like that down in this one. And if you don't want that on there, you actually can remove the whole a little pocket thing here, but then there's some Velcro underneath this. Let's take a look at that. And then there's this pocket, and that one goes pretty deep, so you could definitely keep a cell phone, whatever there in that front one. And yeah, if you don't want that on there, you'd literally just unzip it there. And then we're going to have the main compartment. Again, I'm just kind of looking at the quality of the stitching and the zippers here. And it's very smooth. Let's see if we got additional pockets in here. So it looks like there's like almost like a laptop sleeve that's back here. Again, that goes fairly deep. And then I think it's just one big compartment. It looks like the rest of it. There is going to be a handle at the very top of it. Plenty big enough to fit, you know, all 4 fingers through that. And then the straps themselves are a little bit stretchy. They are kind of like a mesh, so it's very breathable. Let's kind of look at the stitching on that. Everything looks like this is really well done. They're obviously adjustable. I mentioned earlier in the video that this backpack is made out of some type of recycled nylon material. Waterfly does claim that this is very water resistant. Not completely waterproof, but if you're out in the rain and stuff like that, I think your contents inside are going to be perfectly dry. Let's see how easy it is to kind of fold it back up, and then I'll kind of load it out with some stuff and see how it does with that. But so I just unzip that, and then really this should all just kind of like fold into itself here. It may not be as clean as what it was right from the factory, but really this is just kind of coming in here like this, kind of get everything in, and then we just zip it up. So yeah, that only takes a couple seconds to fold it back up. So obviously you can use this backpack for anything that you would use a normal backpack for. I will say that this is designed to not be like your primary every single day backpack. You probably do want something that's a little bit more durable, heavy duty for something like that. This is great for like a supplemental bag. Maybe you leave it in your car for whenever you're going shopping or something, or you put it like in your suitcase for when you're traveling and you need an extra backpack wherever you're going. This will be perfect for like day hikes, or maybe you're camping and you just need to throw a backpack on to maybe go do an activity with the kids or something like that. But let's go ahead and throw a few things in this backpack. So got a book here, again slightly bigger than my hand. That could fit in there, no trouble at all. I have a power bank with some cables in here, so let's throw that in there. Again, those two would fit there. There's still plenty of room that I could put more in this if I wanted, but that's good for now. Up here, again, probably a good spot to put some car keys. Let's throw them down in there. Maybe some chapstick. And there's still a ton of room. I could fit a whole lot more in there as well. This area up here, it's kind of like hidden a little bit, so I think that I would probably put my phone in there. It is not like a cushioned or padded in any way, but so I wouldn't put like car keys and stuff with my phone in that pocket. Got a laptop here. It is almost 15 inches long. Let's see if this will fit down in here and be able to zip up. So yeah, that fits no trouble at all. Let's check out the water bottle pockets, see how that works. So a big full-size bottle fits in there great, and again the strap basically prevents that from moving. Let's check out just like a normal water bottle. So obviously the strap's not going to work for something like that, but that seems like that's in there really well. Yeah, that's not going to move at all. There's still all this room that's in here that we haven't put anything at all. So like you could put a tablet down in there if you wanted, or maybe have like a flashlight or ink pens or markers or whatever. Maybe have this in another pouch and throw that in there. Like whatever you just carry with you. I want to give you guys an idea of what this backpack looks like on a full-size adult. I'm about 6'2" and weigh about 220, and this actually feels very comfortable. I have it basically completely loaded out how it was earlier, except for I removed one water bottle. Everything else is still in it. So I'm interested in knowing if you guys have ever used any of these foldable, packable type backpacks or bags. If you have, let me know down in the comments and let me know kind of what you use it for. So this is not a long-term review, as I obviously just got this. So I can't really speak about how durable or how well it's going to hold up over time. But I'd still like to share some of my initial thoughts with you guys. Let me start by reiterating again that this is not designed to be like your primary everyday bag. What I'm going to use it for is for when my wife and I travel. We cruise quite a bit, and I take my primary backpack, but it is loaded down with stuff. And whenever we leave the ship to go into ports or different excursions and stuff, this is going to be perfect for putting sunblock and cell phone chargers and just small little stuff that I don't want to like carry in pockets. So for me, this is going to be perfect to fold this up, throw it in my backpack, and then whenever we get wherever we're going, have a small, lightweight, empty bag to be able to use for whatever we need. And speaking of that, just how lightweight this is definitely one of the pros. Again, 10 ounces. This thing barely weighs anything. Another pro is just how much storage there is in this bag. Again, you have all of these exterior pockets and then that really deep inside pocket. Another pro is obviously that it can pack away and become very, very compact. A couple things to let you guys know about. So basically there is no padding anywhere on this bag. They're trying to keep it as lightweight as possible. So if you do put a laptop or something valuable in here, do not like just go throwing this around, because there's nothing to protect whatever's in here. And kind of on that same note, there's no padding against your back. So again, if you have something kind of heavy in here, that can get a little bit uncomfortable against your back. Something else to tell you about is if you do have like these large water bottles in here, it kind of makes it almost impossible to unzip. You can only go so far, and there's still like the zipper goes all the way down to here, but you really can't get beyond that without like moving stuff out of the way. So if you had two of them, you're definitely gonna have to remove one of them to be able to unzip your bag. And that's kind of true with any backpack that has water bottle holders like this. But overall, I think this little backpack is pretty great, and right now I would definitely recommend it. If something changes in the future, like a month or two from now, if something like rips or breaks or whatever on it, I'll come back and like update the video description here. These are available on Amazon. Right now they're like $21 just because of like the Prime Day deals or whatever. They're normally around $25, which I think is still a great price on them. And like I said, they have a ton of colors. There's even more available than what is here. I think there's about 10 or 12 different colors. And I will leave the link for this light gray version that I have down in the video description in case you guys want to find out more information on the backpack. I think there's like 3,000 some reviews on it. So if you want to read any of them, or if you want to pick one up. But alright guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.